The Roadrunner Review would like to thank its sponsors, Jason's Deli. Real food is fresh, higher quality, more flavorful, less processed, and naturally better tasting. Get real food at any Jason's Deli location. And the Boulder Broker Inn, a proud partner and preferred hotel for Metro State Athletics. Welcome back to the Roadrunner Review. In our last segment, you bared witness to the incredible force that is our Metro State softball team. And joining us on the show now is the leader of that force, head coach Jen Fisher. Coach, thanks for being on the show with us.
Thank you.
So I guess the first question is, you've been here 3 years now. You've taken the program to enormous heights. Did you ever think that you would be at this point so soon in such a short time frame?
Well, you know, Joan and I talked about that, and in my interview, that's what we had hoped, that we could get the program to the top of the RMAC within 3 years. That was kind of the goal we were shooting for. So yeah, I think Joan thought it was possible, and I really looked to her to let me know that, and the leadership has definitely been there.
So I know maybe we shouldn't talk too much about this. We're ranked fourth, actually I guess 5 now in the nation.
Right.
But just talk about, you know, in the first year you guys made the RMAC tournament. The second year you went to the NCAA tournament. Maybe what's special about this team compared to those in the past?
Well, you know, the first year we didn't just make the RMAC tournament. We missed winning the conference title by like 0.5 of a game. So, but, you know, I don't think there's really anything different necessarily, other than the kids are more mature. And, you know, we have 5 great seniors, Christy Robinson in the circle, and then we have 4 very, very tough offensive players in the lineup. So I think opposing pitchers just can't really take a break. You know, they have no breathing room. A lot of programs, a lot of schools, you get down to the bottom of the order and you kind of can be a little bit more aggressive right around the plate. And, you know, I'd be interested to see, but we've got a lot of home runs out of the 7, 8, 9 hole this year. So, you know, I think we're very solid defensively, we're very solid offensively, and we have the pitching staff to go with it.
Definitely a potent lineup for sure. And just talk about some of those players that you still have on the team. You're talking about Amber Roundtree, Janessa Tassone, Jessica Hobb. They've been there since the beginning, grown up together. You know, how does that help a team be so successful?
Yeah, it definitely helps. We've got a recruit coming in that saw your video on the website, and she says, well, why did your first baseman cover in that da-da-da, you know? And I said, well, those two, Hobb and Rush, have played together for 4 years really now, because they started out at Otero together. And I said, they just communicate. And I was trying to explain it to her, and I just said, well, they've just played together. So, and up the middle, of course, with Amber and Sarah playing, you know, short and second, that just makes a huge difference. Molly in center field, she's coming in, snagging balls and talking to them. So yeah, and I think we've always had solid defense, but we've been more known for our offense. But because our defense is really playing together. You know, they've played together for 3 years now.
And so last question, you went to the NCAA tournament last year, offense fell off a little bit.
Yeah.
This year, with that experience underneath their belt, you got to feel just that much more confident.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, the experience says a lot. You know, and when you get into that postseason, you're going to see everybody's best pitching. So no longer are you trying to have the endurance to make it through a 4-game series and try to take 3 out of 4. I mean, you're just playing game to game. So I think that's a slightly different mental focus. You're going to see everybody's best pitching, and they're going to throw, in softball, you know, they're going to throw their ace 2 games in a day, 3 games in a day even. So, you know, that's really got to be our focus, where we have good at-bats and put things together at the plate, but you know, continue to do a good job on our defense and our pitching.
Well, the best pitching staff, I don't know, I think comes from this team right here. Christy Robinson, Brittany Moss, even Julia Deal has been fantastic. Started at, I believe, 8-0.
Yeah.
So I think your team has the best pitching staff. Yeah. But that's going to do it with Jen Fisher. When we come back, plenty more on the Roadrunner Review, so don't go anywhere. Thanks for coming back. You know, while the softball team seems to be unstoppable, the term roller coaster can be used to describe our baseball team season. The Runners went 7-8 during the month of March and are looking to find consistency under first-year head coach Tom Carcion. Metro looked to find their winning edge against Colorado State University in Pueblo. The opener saw the Thunder Wolves offense explode for 19 runs on 17 hits. 8 different Wolves had at least 1 RBI, and 12 different Wolves scored at least 1 run. On a positive note, junior David Fox went 2 for 4, extending his hit streak to 19 games. But Game 2 of the series is where that streak would end as Fox went 0 for 3 in the 9-7 win. Metro held a 7-1 lead heading into the 6th inning, but CSU Pueblo scored 6 runs in the final 2 innings to tie the game. The Runners got a clutch 2-run home run from pinch hitter Evan Kloss in the bottom of the 10th to come away with the victory. In Game 3, Metro State held off a late 7th inning rally by the T-Wolves to earn victory number 14 by a score of 6-5. Junior Jordan Stauffer came through with 2 hits and 3 at-bats while driving home 2 RBI in the win. The Runners look to take back-to-back series for the first time this season. First inning, Stauffer takes Kevin McDonald deep for a 2-0 lead. Then, in his next at-bat, Stauffer again smashes the pitch over the wall for his 10th home run, 6-0 Metro after 3. And how about one more for a good measure? Stauffer goes yard for the 3rd time in the game, and that ties a school record. The junior goes 3 for 6, scoring 3 runs and driving home 7 ribbies. So how about a home run from a guy not named Stauffer? Marcel Dominguez clears the bases with his first long ball of the season. Metro crushes CSU Pueblo 19-2. After dropping 3 of 4 on the road against Nebraska Kearney, it was on to a 4-game series with always tough Mesa State. Game 1 featured some dramatics in the bottom of the 10th as Bradshaw Perry tied the game at 6 apiece with his 8th home run of the year. Then Evan Kloss, again in the pinch hitting role, is clutch, driving home Kaplan to win the game 7-6. Now on to the doubleheader the following day. Bradshaw Perry, who had that home run in Game 1, takes the mound for the Runners and was stellar, pitching 7 innings, giving up 0 runs while striking out 7 batters. Metro holds a 9-0 lead heading into the final inning, but here comes those Mavericks. Mesa reels off 12 runs in the top of the 9th inning. Austin Buck comes up big with a 2-run single. Then Lucas Shaw singles home 2 more runs. 12-11 is the final score. Game 3, junior pitcher Jake Drager pitches a gem of his own, holding the high-powered offense to only 2 runs. Mesa up 2-1 in the 6th inning before senior captain Chris Redding belts his 5th home run of the year. It was a 3-run shot, and Metro grabs Game 3 by a final score of 6-2. The following day, the Runners took on Mesa in a non-conference game and fell 15-3. But Metro State did take 2 of 3 in conference play, which is the most important record when it comes to seeding for the RMAC tournament coming up in May. Here are the RMAC standings in baseball after the month of April, brought to you by the Hilton Garden Inn. Metro took a pair of games from Colorado Christian to end the month, and they remain in the 3rd spot of the RMAC Mountain Division. We got plenty more to come on the show, so come on back, won't you?